Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about a belief that everything happens for a reason. I know that we all know about these golden words, but the only problem is that we don't believe in it. So please stay tuned till the end because I'm going to talk about some basic real life examples that we all have gone through. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Maitri Shah and I'm here to share with you everything that I learned from my experiences, from learning about people's stories and from my observation and also from reading books. In order to know more about me, please follow me on the linked social media platforms and also please hit the subscribe button so that we can stay connected. So when we say everything happens for a reason, at times the reason might be good or the reason might be bad. But the point here is, when something bad happens to us, we often say that I wish this time passes off quickly. And when something good happens to us, we often say that I wish this time stays forever. So the question here is, does time really stop? No, right? The clock still keeps on ticking in the same speed. So the point here to understand from time is, no matter what happens, we have to believe that everything happens for a reason. So now let's talk about some real life examples. The first one is a very common incident which we all might have gone through in our life, and that is breakup. No matter what age you are in, maybe 15, 25, 35, 45 and so on, you still can go through a breakup, you still can have a breakup in your life. The only problem is that when you are young, a breakup tears you apart. You feel like your world has ended. And also when you are in a serious relationship, you have been dating for years and years, you feel a void in your heart after that breakup. You feel that nothing in the world is meant for you, nothing in the world is good for you. And you feel that now your life is not at all worth. So after the breakup, it almost feels like the world has fallen apart for us. But does it really happen? I mean, does the world really fall apart? No, right? So the problem here is when we get too much emotionally connected with someone, we start becoming dependent on them. And after they leave us, that dependency creates a hole in our life. I know breakups are really very painful and it's okay to take your time to heal from that breakup. It's okay to cry for days and days. It's okay to feel bad, but it's not okay to feel that there's nothing good in the world left for you. And while you take time to heal yourself, you have to train your mind to understand that if for now this breakup might feel very painful, but it definitely has a reason hidden beneath it. And the future is yet to unfold that reason. You know, it feels so sad to know that couples who were in love, after breakup, they think of taking some devastating steps. They think of ending their life. I mean, why do they do that? Because during that time, they are not able to train their mind to understand that this too shall pass and this too has happened for a reason. And one has to trust that time period. One has to trust that there is a reason which is going to be unfolded in future. And when you don't trust that reason, when you don't try to believe in it, when you don't try to train your mind, you often lose the opportunity of your life. An opportunity that might teach you a very important lesson of your life. So if you are going through such devastating chapter of your life right now, or if you have been through a breakup and you are still not able to overcome from it, then believe that this has happened for a reason. You know, at times people enter our life to teach us a lesson, or at times we teach them a lesson. But in either cases, that particular lesson might be good or might be bad, and that is not intentional at all. It has to be considered as chapters of our life which will be added in the experiences of life. So if you start believing that everything happens for a reason and this particular breakup has happened for a reason, if you start putting your trust in that particular words, then trust me, those words will start engulfing in your mind, in your body, in your soul, and with time you will see the pain going out from your body, from your mind and from your soul. But you have to believe, you have to trust that this time is here, this breakup has happened to just teach you a lesson, and in future everything will just sound good to you because you have gone through so many things that have taught you so many chapters of life, and these chapters are very, very important. So now let's consider another example. Suppose at your job you are working on a very important project. There's a deadline to it, it's very important for the company, and You feel like you have done the best job, you submit your work, and just after submitting your work to your manager finds a blunder in your project, and your manager calls you in and thrashes you in and out, speaks bad about you, almost considers you as a criminal, and also gives you a deadline of 2 days to complete the project and also to fix your mistake. Now this could be very overwhelming for you because you had already poured your heart and soul in that project. So now that your manager has given you a deadline of 48 hours, you work day and night and you try to give everything into that project. And during that time, you already are emotional, you are cursing your manager, you feel that your job is not good, you feel that you are not worth it, and also you think of resigning. But after submitting your work, what if you realize that if this mistake had been caught at the client side, it could have costed a lot to the company and also you could have lost the job. So with this realization, your anger calms down. You start off thinking about all the consequences that could have happened if this particular mistake had reached to the client. So in this situation, despite of the thrashing of your manager, despite of all that anger, you start feeling a little bit calm inside because you realize that this chapter has happened, this mistake has happened because it was important for you to learn a lesson. Also at times it happens that even though you have not committed a big mistake, your company lays you off, your employer scolds you, they give critical comments about you and then they lay you off. Even in such cases, it's important to understand that this too has happened for a reason. If you lose one opportunity of your life and after that, if you keep on working hard, there's always a better opportunity waiting for you. As they say, there's an opportunity waiting for you only if you believe that there is. So even if you do a mistake and even if they scold you, or even if you don't do a mistake and they lay you off, or if anything happens at your job which at the moment feels bad, which you feel like is the end of the world, you have to believe that no, this is not the end of the world. This too has happened for a reason, and that reason is going to be unfolded very soon. But only if you believe in it, only if you keep working hard, and only if you feed your mind with positivity. So the next example is about failing an exam. And this is especially for students who are watching this, and is also for parents who have their kids studying in school. You all have to understand this, that when you fail in exam, it is not the end of the world. I remember back in 2000, there were so many cases of students who used to kill themselves just because they used to fail in their board exams or used to fail in their college exams. I mean, isn't it very devastating to know about this? Just because you have failed one small exam of your life, you tend to end your life. You don't even think that this has happened for a reason, and that reason is because you have to understand that you have to give your 200%. If you used to give your 100%, then you have to increase your effort. Ending your life is not going to be good. And also there are cases where students feel so much depressed after failing a particular exam. Do you really think that that depression is going to ever help you? It is never going to help you. In fact, if you fail, it's a lesson for you that failure won't stop you. You have to understand that even that failure is going to teach you such an important lesson, and that failure has happened for your good. And this good you will understand only if you let your destiny reveal the chapters of your life. So if you fail in exams, please don't take it by heart. Instead, start giving 200%, 300%, give everything that you can, because that one particular exam does not get a chance to decide your entire life. You have to believe that that has happened for a reason. And when you fail in exam, trust me, the reason is always good, because next time when you appear for that exam, you'll be giving your 200%, you'll be working hard, and you will also see the result folding out for you. And don't just stop if you fail 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times. Keep on giving your best, because that is not the end of the life. So do understand, it is very important to understand that when you fail an exam, that has happened for your good, but only if you trust that process. Now let's consider one more common example, and that is when our friends or relatives betray us. This could be a very emotional chapter of our life. They might betray us by cheating us, by backstabbing us, by breaking our trust, by revealing our secrets to someone else, and also they can also betray us in cases where we lend them some money and then they don't return us back. But in either of the cases, do you think that you can change their mindset? Do you think that is there anything that you can do to make them understand that they are not doing good with you? What I feel is that there's nothing in this. I mean, this has also happened for a reason, because this reason teaches you very important lessons of your life. This teaches you to not trust someone easily. This teaches you to not reveal all your secrets. This teaches you to take your time to develop a relation. It also teaches you that even if you lose your money, you have to have a mindset where you make yourself understand that this money was not for your good, that it entered your life to teach you a lesson that not every money that you earn is going to be good. Here you have to also develop a mindset that even if you lose your money, you have to consider it as donation, because you have to find a way for yourself, for your mind to understand that this too has happened for a reason. Also, when such friends or relatives overwhelm you, you have to take a step back. You have to create a distance. You don't have to always be extra good to them. It's okay to not be friends with everyone, because at the end you also have to understand that who are good for you and who are not good for you. It doesn't make the other person bad, but it's just that their mindset does not match with you and that they don't bring such positive good vibes for your life. So even these chapters of life are here to teach you a very important lesson, and that lesson is that this has also happened for a reason. It is going to shape your life in a better way. It is going to give you the tendency to know the right person who is meant to be in your life. So you have to also trust the process where any of your friends or relatives betray you in any ways. You have to understand that that has also happened for a very important reason. And this line I'm going to repeat again and again, because that is what life is about. In life, everything happens for a reason. Now, this also reminds me of a very important chapter of our life, when our loved ones leave us for forever. Now, this is a case where we don't have to say that this has happened for a reason. But this is a case where we have to understand that this is the simple course of life. This is what you get served. I remember one of a very wise quote by Lord Buddha, wherein he has mentioned that life is uncertain, death is certain, meaning death is inevitable and it is beyond our control. But when we lose our loved ones, we are supposed to take our time to heal, because again, losing someone for forever is not something very good. We can't accept it very easily. So in such cases, take your time to heal. I won't say that that has happened for good or for bad, but I would say that it also happens, because that is how our life is. That is what happens. If you are born on this planet, you are going to one day leave this planet. So all these incidents and all these examples tell us only one simple thing, and that is life is beyond our control. You know, this also reminds me that when something bad happens to us, we immediately say that life is so tough. But how often do we say that life is so grateful when something good happens to us? It's all about our mindset. And one important mindset that can change your life is you have to understand that everything happens for a reason. And the reason might be good or might be bad, doesn't matter, but the reason is important because it is going to teach you very important lessons of your life. And these lessons are really important because they will shape your life, they will shape you as a person, they will shape your destiny, but only if you believe in it, only if you believe that everything happens for a reason, and that reason is really very, very important. So having talked about all these things, I hope that you find this video useful. I hope that this video helps you in understanding that everything that you are going through right now has happened for a reason. And also there are two books which have really helped me in understanding these things, and one of them is a fiction book and one of them is a motivational book, but both the books have very deep insights of life, relations, work life, personal growth. So I'm going to link those two books below in my description, and I would highly recommend you to read the books. It doesn't matter if you're a fiction reader or a motivational reader, I'm going to link both the kinds of books. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any comments or if you have any topics in your mind, do comment below. I will try my best to work on it. And also, if this video reminds you of a particular incident that has happened with you, and now that after watching this video you feel that yes, that has happened for your good, do please comment below. I would be happy to read your side of the story. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post my next video. Thank you so much.